I hate it all too. It's just not necessary.
It's not.
I think she might have gotten it because it's done finally. All right.
Yeah, it looks like it's on. Are you good? You okay?
I don't know. I don't know if we're going. Are we going?
Yeah, it says live on my end. You say hi to Dr. Kosher. You say hi?
Hi.
No? Yeah, you don't like doctors, huh?
Would you want some shots? Huh?
That's assault.
Uh-huh.
You better not. Rawr. That's
Well, I think
assault
we're live.
with a weapon, sir.
So you're distracting with a tiny version of you. So welcome to Health Debunked with Dr. Kosher and Aly. I'm Dr. Kosher.
And I'm Aly. How are you guys doing tonight? Well,
I think they're okay. We don't really care. What we are concerned about is what is happening there, why you showed up to work with today, take your daughter to work day.
it is.
So we're just combing hair and pretending like everything's normal here on the show.
Yeah,
This
well, I mean,
professional show.
if you're here to, proverbially kick my ass with all of your professional opinions, then I'm allowed to sit here and not listen to you. Pretend to not
I
listen.
have the white lab coat. I have the facts. So
Oh, do you
it's a
now?
special show today.
That is
I want to let you know, there's huge things going on in the world, especially in Washington and some of the airports across this country with a very, very dangerous and serious new threat, health threat.
Oh,
And we
really?
can get to that here shortly. And the other good news, I haven't done this before live, but I am due for my 19th flu vaccine. So I'm going to do that live today.
Oh my
And
God.
it's going to be like nothing because, there's no problem with them. But normally I have somebody else inject me. I'm going to do it myself.
That's scary.
Hey, you be quiet.
She's fine. She wants
This
to
is
play with
Dr.
the
Kosher show, not baby show.
No, not baby show.
She seems to have an attitude already.
She does. She is her mother's daughter. What can I say? So tell me more about this dangerous.
See, you're bringing up the danger, and she knows it's dangerous.
She's terrified. Can you bring up the dangers of this coronavirus? I want to know what your thoughts are.
I've seen that hairstyle before that she has right now. I think it was in their sister-in-law movie.
You be nice.
You know who you're talking to?
Okay, look. Look, he's looking at me. Okay.
This is the same reaction. This is the same thing that happens in my clinic. Every kid that comes in is just terrified, and I don't understand. I'm not a scary looking guy.
You are a scary guy. You want to inject them with poison. That's scary.
That's normal, but it's expected. Dude. It's common and normal, which are the same things now. So
it's torture. You're holding down infants and babies and kids, and you're putting a blunt object in their leg or their arm. That's terrifying. It's torture. It's traumatic.
I'm gonna do it to myself today. I'll hold myself down and we'll see how it goes.
You're volunteering. You're like voluntary. You're like, this is your consent. Children can't consent. They don't know.
Well, not according to what the CDC is coming down and saying. We got a memo this week that we're supposed to try to separate children from their parents. 8, 9 years old. That's when they are really trying to make us target. Like, parents, you stay out in the waiting room. You don't need to come in. It's secrets time. So
Oh,
I'm
is that
excited.
why are you on TikTok? Is that what you're doing?
Heck yeah, I'm on TikTok. You don't think I can dance? I mean, come on. That's what TikTok's all about.
You're like literally soliciting to children.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
great.
awful.
We're getting them young so we can have some customers, for a long time. I mean, I'm going to be here for a while. I need to get paid. So we want to make sure we have customers coming in.
It's human trafficking to pharmaceutical companies, the medical mafia. That's what you're doing. Trafficking poor innocent children so they can be doped up and injected with God knows what. Ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
Parents would let you do that. Do you do that to your patients that come in? Like, you tell the parents they need to wait outside?
every time. I get kickback, especially from the anti-vaxxer ones that sneak into my clinic. Not only do they say no to not staying out in the waiting room, then they ask me questions, which is also forbidden in my clinic. No questions. They just disregard all sorts of rules, and they have way too many conspiracies, and they're just annoying as piss. So I try to not accept them as patients, and they say that they're up to date when they come in. Oh, I'm a new patient. Let me come in. I'm like, all right, I'm super, super compassionate, and I really want to help. And as long as they have insurance, then I'm willing to see them. And but they come in, and then surprise, Dr. Kosher, I'm not up to date. And that puts me in danger. That puts everybody else in my clinic in danger. I mean, can you imagine somebody walking around my clinic without a tetanus shot?
But if you can identify as a man or a woman and be a sex offender, and it's okay, you're not putting anybody in danger, then why can't somebody walk in your clinic and identify as vaccinated?
Because a sex offender doesn't spread things through the air like the unvaccinated do. They spread everything.
But what is your definition of an unvaccinated?
Everybody who's not up to date.
So vaccine status shows whether or not you're immune?
The only thing that shows whether or not you're immune is your antibodies. If you have antibodies, you're good.
Right. So if an unvaccinated person has had a live virus and is immune, how are you going to know if they're not up to date? How are you going to know if they have antibodies in their body if you're not drawing blood to figure that out?
There's no way to know. So we want to make sure that they're protected.
It's called a titer. You check, it's a blood test, you draw it, and you check their titers to see if they have antibodies or if they're immune to a certain disease that they have caught naturally. So vaccination status has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not you're immune to disease. Just to let you know.
Does your baby need more titers right now?
No, she wants the water that's in the sink right here.
Oh, good. Are you sitting on the toilet right now? Is that what's happening?
No.
You're sitting in the bathroom.
Stop.
I'm surprised your toilet's not in front of the sink. That seems like something you do.
That's gross. Ew.
All right.
I would not be live with you if I was sitting in front of a toilet. That's disgusting. Who do you think I am? Oh, I already think anti-vaxxers are like diseased. Did you know that I was completely up to date because I was in the military? So there's that. So we actually have herd immunity according to standards in my house right now. My husband was in the military. My oldest is up to date. And we have 2 that are partial and 1 that's non. Oh my God, what are you? That's so disturbing. Are you lubing it up?
I like the metal. It feels good on my tongue.
It would, I'm sure. I think you have like that weird, what is that? It's like where you want like certain things that aren't edible. Ew. crave things that aren't edible. What is that? I can't remember the name of that.
I don't know. I think you're crazy.
It's like
Who wants things that aren't?
like things that aren't edible. You're just weird. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Well, I wanna do this now because I feel even talking to you that your virus is gonna come through on me, and I need to protect myself. I've only
Okay.
had 19 flu shots, so here's number 19. We're gonna do this live.
Okay.
And I can prove to you. It says right here, flu, so you know it's the flu shot.
Okay.
So here we go.
Be careful.
Normally I would swab, but hang on, my biceps in the way.
Are you gonna do it like just through your jacket, like how they would do on TV?
No, I'm going a little lower. There.
Good. Are you okay? Guys, I don't think that was the flu. It seems like it was heroin.
That's an amazing flu shot.
Oh, you feel effects right away. Do you feel more protected?
Oh my God.
You had a
Oh my
seizure.
God. Oh my God. I poked myself on accident, and now I'm bleeding, and now I need a tetanus shot. Hold on. Thank God I have the Tdap here. You know what? I should probably go DTaP instead of Tdap, but I'm gonna be okay. It's a triple, so there's 3.
Viruses.
Gotta do it. I only have so much time before the tetanus kicks in.
Why don't you just? You're not gonna.
Oh,
Oh, I'm worried.
sweet Lord of tetanus protection. Now I am safe. Thank God.
That's scary, guy. Just letting you know.
This is amazing. You need to feel the flu and
How you feeling?
I'm good. So
Are you sure?
obviously no lingering effects from anything that.
Uh-oh. What do you guys think? Should I call 911? This is scary. Dr. Kosher. Hello. And it's Sarah speaking. Merc, go get mom. This is very terrifying. Oh my goodness. Is that your chair making that noise?
No, I was sitting on Merc. Sorry, Merc. He's okay. He's right
I
here.
think Merc needs to go get your wife.
She's fine. Her feathers never grew back after the flu shot, but that's normal. Just like, I don't know exactly what happened right now, but anything and everything that happened right now is normal. It's happened 19 times to me this season, so.
I think you should stop getting the flu shot.
No.
It seems like you're allergic to something that's in it because you keep having these episodes.
No.
I think so.
Well, let's talk about serious stuff in the news. The coronavirus that has really decimated scores of people.
Really? Scores of people.
In China, like 11 billion people in China, I think, are affected. Something like that. I don't remember the stats, but billions of lives are at risk. And one of the horrible things I've been seeing on social media are the jokes about the coronavirus and the name Oh, do I have Dos Equis virus? Do I have Lyme virus? It's stupid and inappropriate to make jokes like that.
It's not.
So dangerous.
I mean, who has heard of the coronavirus? Like, nobody in America has heard of a coronavirus. I'm just saying.
Everybody in America has, there was a case in Washington, and the man had to be detained and quarantined. And do you know how awesome that is for the CDC and for the health department when they can quarantine somebody? I mean, that's
Sorry. You look, why are you scratching like that? Oh, could that be because there's canine in the flu shot? Like why you're scratching like that?
It's just a little bit of, the dosage makes the canine, and there's hardly any canine in the flu shot, so it cannot be any of the symptoms.
Okay, but why would you inject animal cell into, like a dog? Like why would you be willing to inject dog cell into your body? It doesn't make any sense.
It's for health. CDC says it's safe. So did you know the coronavirus is in the Wuhan province? And
yes.
And I hear that anybody here in the United States who gets it, they're going to be part of the Wuhan clan of coronavirus here. So it's very exciting for us doctors to see what's happening, what's transpiring. And fortunately, we've already developed a vaccine for this thing.
Yeah, doesn't the CDC have a patent since like 2015?
I don't know. CDC doesn't have patents on what? What are you talking about?
7 patents actually that the CDC holds.
That's lies.
It's not. It's public record actually.
Anyway, this guy in Washington, he's not in good shape. He's in good spirits for some reason, but I talked to the doctor out there. KATU TV2. You can look this up. The doctor, they reported on this. And so I talked to the doctor. His name's Chris Spitters. He's a cousin of Terry Swallows. I'm not sure if you know that, but Dr. Terry Swallows and Dr. Chris Spitters are huge doctors out in Washington. So
they sound just as real as you do, Dr. Clausen Kosher.
Hey, I will not take that ridicule from less than 2-year-old.
It's perfect. I love it.
How dare you? How dare you?
I dare.
I have to say that in a different accent. How dare you? I think that was pretty good.
It was pretty good. I'll give you that.
Thank you. Anyway, this quarantine people is what health professionals desire their entire careers, and to know this is happening where they just lock somebody up in isolation until they say that person can go. That is sweet, sweet power. And I'm very pleased for those people out there that they get to demonstrate their own power. And
that is ridiculous. Quarantine somebody for a cold. The CDC website even says it's cold symptoms. It's literally it's a headache, fever, general.
11 billion people are dying in China. So who can say that this is just a cold? It's 11 billion people at risk. I think you're just making up stats to suit your agenda.
It's on the CDC website. Like, I can't make that up. What are you drinking? Oh my gosh. You need a vaccine for coronavirus. You just ingested it.
No, I'm going to start another one. It's been a long day. So I'm going to have another. This is Civilized Brute.
Oh.
Michigan brewery.
Interesting.
See that? I did that live. This is like they should be paying me. This should be one of our sponsors.
What, like a promo?
Yes. Ooh, look at that.
Watch out. Don't get contaminated with the IPA virus. Oh,
delicious too. So
I
good.
can't even. Wow.
Okay, you like that head? Cheers
Cheers.
to your health.
Yeah, I think
So
mine's yours, but we'll see.
more about the coronavirus. I have some more stats because I know
Okay.
people are really questioning these things. So the coronavirus is a huge family of viruses, kind of, like all the. I don't know if I should tell you because I have a feeling you're going to be offended, but the analogy is real. Kind of like a bunch of Mexican families all living in a tiny house. That's the way it works. The coronavirus is huge, huge family that lives in this one house, and they are.
Just because not everybody that speaks Spanish is Mexican, okay? Just saying. Continue.
I think you're not right. I think you're incorrect. It took me a long time to come up with that word, and I don't know why.
It's all them damn flu shots.
Don't flu shot shame me. So anyway, that's about it. Coronavirus is the new kid on the block, kind of like when Selena Gomez arrived, and everybody was all excited about that Mexican coming. It's the same thing with the coronavirus.
You can't. You're a mess. What is wrong with you?
How about you? What is happening in Florida?
So in Florida, they are trying to fearmonger everybody, talking about this coronavirus that has literally been lab created. And the CDC has had a patent since 2015. That's public record.
The
But they're
CDC, in all
also,
their foresight, then knew that something like this could endanger mankind, and of course they would want a vaccine for that.
so all of you are psychics now? You all moonlight as psychics?
We have so many viruses and bacteria out there that we need to try to develop a vaccine for every one of them, because if we don't get them, we'll die. Do you understand that?
So many. I understand there's a lot of bacteria and viruses out there, but the problem is that you guys are creating new ones.
We're not creating, we're
This
saving.
coronavirus is lab created. Are you serious? But they're also scaring people about this one man who was traveling abroad and came to Florida, and he has measles, and now everybody's flipping out. We're like, well, if you'd have got natural measles, you have measles now.
That is very, very scary.
It is not.
Measles kills. Deadly. There was about, besides the 11 billion people in China who are dying right now, I think it's something like 33 million people died last year from the measles worldwide. So, you can just you don't need to look that up either. Just believe me. I'm wearing a white lab coat.
Okay, no, that's okay. I will cross-reference that information. But yeah, so that's what's happening here in Florida. And
Black sites, like health sites, like what? You're gonna go see Sarah G. Hey, Sarah, is this correct? Or maybe Dr. Mercola. Why don't you tell us, Dr. Mercola? You trusted doctor. We all love you.
I don't listen to any expert. I read for myself because I can comprehend English and
No experts.
what I read. So I don't need an expert to tell me anything.
You have a poor attitude, is what you have.
You love it. You like a challenge. I know you do.
Why is she still up? It's like midnight there, isn't it?
It is not. It's only 10 o'clock. Calm down. Let me parent the way I parent. You be the doctor. I be the parent.
She needs something.
She doesn't need anything. She needs her dad. I don't know where he's at right now on his way. Look, it's a chicken.
Merc's coming. Merc's coming.
The potito. You like the chicken? He's a diseased chicken.
Mark, 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 Mark,
Are you hiding?
Mark,
He's a diseased chicken.
Mark. This is what I do to kids in my clinic. I distract them. Mark.
And then you stab them.
Yep.
That's assault.
Nope,
I'm reporting you.
that's health.
I am reporting you. So I read something on abc10.com, right? The ABC news station. And it says that the CDC warns flu vaccine does not match the virus hitting children, especially hard this season.
Yeah, they thought it was going to work out, but the efficacy or the match is just not there. So that's why, I knew that might happen. That's why I'm doing 20 flu vaccines in 2020. I'm not taking
They're recommending you get 2 shots. Like a kid, they said apparently there was a kid that died, and the reason why the kid died was because they didn't have a second flu shot. What?
That's correct. That was in the Newsweek article, I think Colorado or something, right? I mean, that happens.
Yeah. Oregon, Colorado, something like that, something over there.
If those parents wouldn't have been selfish and would have been on time with the second flu shot, then that kid would have survived and he'd be here today. And
so let me get this straight. So the flu vaccine doesn't cover the flu that's killing these people, right? So you want to get 2 shots, right, of the flu shot that isn't a match for the flu strain that will kill you because you didn't get the flu shot of the strain that would have been worse than the natural flu. Wait a minute. What?
Exactly.
Dude, that is a whole lot of horseshit. Like, I can't. What? No.
Look,
that was just too much.
Just bear in mind the flu shot, it also doesn't have any mercury, so don't start freaking out about thimerosal. That's not it. And I mean, would I be in this shape? Would I have this kind of robust health after 19 flu shots?
You passing out. Like, I don't think that you're okay. Dude, you really need to get a new chair. How are you a doctor making all these kickbacks and can't afford a new chair?
You know why? Because I didn't get my bonus.
Why?
Because there's a certain quota I have to fill. All right. When I don't get that, when I don't fill the bonus quota, I don't get a new chair. And now I have a squeaky chair. And it's embarrassing. I don't like it.
Aww.
You just come on my show and ridicule me? That's your tactic?
Well, I mean, you were supposed to do this to me, but apparently you can't take the heat. So
you come in here and you're nasty and mean.
I'm sweet and lovable. What are you talking about?
You say bad, mean things to me.
I'm so sorry. Not really.
You remind me of the people who ridiculed me because I only had a Mercedes C-Class when I first got into the medical field. And they had S-Classes. And they let me know it.
Oh, did they?
It's hurtful when you feel good after a day of injecting God knows how many people with God knows what I wanted to that day. I had my whims, but from the moment I ever started in medical, I always wanted people to do as I want them to do. So, your body, my choice has always been my slogan, and they've been more than willing. But so I go out to my car, after a long day, trying to walk. Instead of walking home, I go to my sweet C-Class. And then I got Dr. Peter Hotez, who I looked up to. He was going away in his S-Class, ridiculing me. Do you know how embarrassing it is to get ridiculed by somebody with a fat mustache? It's humiliating.
I think you need to have a little bit more self-respect, self-confidence.
He is
not drive.
He is mean.
He is? I think he is, and I think he's full of crap too.
He knows his shit is what it is.
He really doesn't.
Unlike, let's talk about this other dude. Have you ever heard? I'm trying to think
Hey. I thought you had children. You don't know what this is like?
Somebody else takes care of my children. I don't know.
Somebody else? What about your wife?
She's not the original mother.
Oh, she probably likes the whole my body, your choice thing. That sounds like abuse.
So you hear this guy, Dr. Shiva? Is that somebody that you're aware of?
Yes, I actually really like him. He's an amazing man.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Shiva, Ayadure, he's talking about absurd topics like new ways of thinking about the immune system. Keep saying that the science is, 50 to 100 years old.
Yeah.
How we think about the immune system with the innate and the adaptive immune system, which is all we learn in medical school. So that's all there is.
Right.
I know what he's talking about, a new way of thinking, but he keeps yammering on about the microbiome and the gut-brain axis and just nonsense.
Are you learning anything? Because apparently you didn't learn any of that when you were in school.
No, we didn't learn that in school because it doesn't really exist.
What? So you
This
think
is all
that's
speculation. This is anti-vaxxer fake science that's coming out, and it doesn't make any sense. All that matters is that you get antibodies, that antibodies are created through vaccines. If that's the case, then you're protected. All this other nonsense about it, destroying other avenues
you're artificially subjecting your immune system to excuse me. No, ma'am. You're artificially jump-starting your immune system, and you're not letting your body naturally deal with the infection or the virus. And like, when are you ever going to come in contact with 6 different viruses at one time? Like, that doesn't ever happen in nature ever.
The guy drives me crazy. He thinks like, "Oh, look at me! I'm Dr. Shiva. I've got 4 MIT degrees, and I invented email." So I'm supposed to care? Like he's above me. He's got knowledge that I don't.
Yes, he's a bioengineer.
He thinks he's the shit, but Paul Offit is the shit. We know that.
Yeah, no, I don't like him. He has
we would be dying from rotavirus if it wasn't for Paul Offit.
Not virus. We would all die of rotavirus.
Yes.
How about the children that get rotavirus from his vaccine?
Did you say vaccine?
No, I said vaccine.
You said vaccine.
Taxing.
Like Michael Bolton playing his vaccine.
No. No.
Well, the CDC, one of the things that I heard in this interview with Dr. Shiva, safety testing at the CDC, there are no vaccine safety testing models, which means that they're safe. And if you listen to anything throughout this whole vaccine debate is, listen to Dr. Plotkin, who says, in the absence of studies, you have to admit that something is safe.
So you assume it's safe, even though there's nothing for you. So it's faith. So it's a religion.
No, it's science.
No.
Assumptions are science now. This is
No. If it was science, there would be studies to prove that these things were safe. Being that there are no safety studies, you're assuming
We have stacks and stacks and libraries full of studies to show that vaccines are safe.
Where?
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere.
I can hardly get through my office because of the stacks of.
Oh my. I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all, not for a second. There are none. We've all looked for them.
They're there. You don't know where to look.
Yes, vaccines are so safe that they have to be mandated at gunpoint. That's how safe they are.
Yeah, you know, there's people who care about others, and then there's anti-vaxxers.
So nobody's rights are above another person's, and that includes an immunocompromised person. So that person doesn't hold, their rights are not more important than mine or my children. So if I don't want to subject my children to an unsafe or a product essentially that doesn't have any safety testings to prove that it's safe for my kids to take, I don't have to, because that's my right.
Well, if Health and Human Services says that, yes, we're coming in and injecting you or you're going to be quarantined, then your rights don't mean shit. So
2A, baby, all the way. They
get
can
with
come
it. Those are such problems.
Why? Because we know what we're talking about. We're not going to let you bully us. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So I digress. I'll stop beating you up. What does your sign say?
My sign?
Yeah.
Says kids should keep secrets from their parents.
Kids should keep secrets from their parents?
Correct.
I
We
don't think
encourage
that's
that.
accurate.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be, again, not little kids, but like 8 years old. They're old enough to start keeping secrets from their parents. So, I mean, you know, it would be irrational to think that your young, beautiful little daughter would start keeping secrets from you. I mean, would we love that? Yes.
No.
No, they need to be a little bit older. 8, 9, you know, but
That is
definitely
ridiculous.
by 12 years old, they're essentially grown. And we can have them into our offices without you guys. It makes, you know, if they want to tell us things, we want to give them facts. You know, there's all sorts of new sex education and everything that we'd like to teach them without you guys present.
God, no, not an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old. That's a minor.
What?
That's a minor. Minors cannot comprehend complex science like that or information that way. They can't effectively determine what risk factors are good for them and not good for them. They can't comprehend that information. And they're minors, right. So by law, their parents have a right to
explain it to them as well as we explain it to you. So we give them just as much as consent as
you guys give us nothing.
We give you exactly what you're supposed to get. 2 pages of something.
That is not informed consent, sir.
It's enough.
No,
it's enough.
It's not. You know what?
Did you go to school or did I? That's the question.
I don't need to go to school to understand informed consent. Sorry, that's not, I don't need to go to school to understand informed consent. That doesn't make any sense.
Are you getting ready to go out right now? Like, well, what is happening?
What you were saying wasn't that important. So, yeah, I decided to touch my makeup up. You know, my husband's home, so.
Oh, that was the white arms that came in?
Yeah, well, you know. But so like, no. And I'm like, for any doctor that's going to sit and want to have a minor in their office by themselves and teach them, like, especially sex education, like, I'm sorry, this is not going to happen. That's disgusting. That's predatorial behavior, and you should be reported for it.
No, not when we have medical degrees. Then, I mean, it's kind of like, do any priests ever get in trouble for doing anything weird? No.
Yes.
Everybody's still, nothing has happened. People still trust their priests. People still trust doctors. This is how we're raised. You're supposed to trust
No.
religious leaders. You're supposed to trust doctors.
Well, anyone with a brain and can actually like cognitive function knows that that is not okay. Unlike you, who's had like, 18 flu shots and you're like over here seizing and convulsing and twitching and you think you're perfectly fine.
How dare you? I just did number 19. Don't talk about this old 18 bull crap. I just did it live.
Oh,
And
did I break a nerve? Oh, you did get a tetanus. So how many tetanus shots has that been? This is actually not tetanus.
I have the blood stains from it.
Ugh, gross. That's actually not tetanus. It's Tdap.
Yeah, it was. I could, in all honesty, I might develop a slight cough from that, but it'll be suppressed.
Oh, so you're gonna spread pertussis to everyone you know, including all of your vaccinated patients.
I'm looking forward to holding those babies that come in because I'm protected now, and just like their grandparents need to be protected before they see them. It's very important. Be sure to get that whooping cough.
All right, announcement. Everyone stay away from Dr. Kosher. He just had a Tdap. You need to stay away for at least 6 weeks.
You know what? It's not going to matter. You think I get visitors?
I'm surprised you still have a clinic.
My clinic is robust because, first of all, people aren't very healthy, so they need my advice. There's no shortage of patients out there, and we delete bad reviews. So,
well, I hope they don't watch this show because I have owned you 2 weeks in a row.
Look, I've been kind to you because I don't want to be accused of being a racist.
Listen, I have thick skin. I am not offended. Fire away. You already called me Mexican, so.
Huh. Well, what are you?
Not Mexican.
You speak Spanish, then you're Mexican.
No, I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, you're like the Mexican 2.0 of crazy.
Mexican 2.0 of crazy? Why, so all Latinas are crazy? That is so mean.
Yes.
Yeah, like all doctors are quacks who believe in fake science. You can't even drink out of your cup properly. Do you get more liquid in your mouth by doing it that way? Oh my goodness, there you go, scratching like a dog again. You need some serious help.
I'm good. I feel great. I feel like I'm burning up a little bit inside. I think it's more from excitement of almost reaching my goal of 20 flu shots, but
oh, that's what it is.
Also,
you should take your temperature. You look like
I'm gonna throw up a little bit, but I can keep it together for another 3 minutes.
Yeah, please don't throw up on camera. That's gross.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. Who's gonna clean it up? Are you in your clinic right now? Like, do you have a nurse that's near you? Oh God.
What?
Do you have a nurse that's near you and help you clean up or take your blood pressure, your temperature? You look like you're sweating.
No, I have a 12-year-old out there who's, I kept her here. I told her parents it's okay, so she'll clean up if I throw up.
I think
we were just having a nice long talk, and I just wanted to make sure that she was good to go for any questions that she had, and
yeah, we need to call authorities on that because that's a little sketchy.
It's proper. This is what the medical field is all about now.
No.
Yes.
I'm not. I'm not okay with that.
Are you giving me a bad review? I'm going to delete that.
I am. I'm going
to bring it.
A bad review right now. And I'm going to call the authorities because you keeping 12-year-olds after your clinic is closed is just no. I don't think
In
so.
our bylaws.
Bylaws?
Bylaws, we are allowed to keep kids after close. And
What doctor was his, like, just from the AMA or,
yes,
yeah?
yes.
I'm gonna have to go check that out. Hey, so did you know that you can opt out of vaccines because you are a pediatrician, you're a doctor? Did you know that?
I know, I do opt out of all the others, just not the flu shot because it's very important.
So you agree that everybody should be mandated, like forced to
I
get
do
the,
it for health reasons. You know, I can't have, well, obviously I just did the tetanus shot because I got a poke. And if you get a poke from anything or draw blood of any sort from anywhere and by any means, the tetanus shot is necessary. Scrapes too. If you
does,
fall, like I saw a little boy playing basketball the other day. He fell, scraped his knee. Tetanus shot,
oh my God.
very important.
That's not even how you get tetanus. Oh, you doctors and your
Tetanus
misinformation.
is rampant on basketball courts.
Is
That's
it?
the new, yes. There's all sorts of stuff on those basketball court floors. You just don't know. Because they didn't have basketball courts in Puerto Rico, did they?
There's basketball courts in Puerto Rico, you smartass.
You guys could afford basketball?
Yes.
Okay. That's nice. You must have grown up in the affluent neighborhood where balls were a thing.
Oh my, listen, you. I can't with your racist comments. I'm leaving. I don't really care. They don't offend me. I think your viewers might be a little upset though, so be careful. They might be giving you bad reviews right now.
Okay. I'm getting ready to delete.
Good luck with
Actually,
that.
the little girl's pretty good at that stuff. I was just gonna give her my phone and say, hey, start
Good job,
deleting.
little girl. Stay, run, run, little girl.
All right. Well, next week, you know, I'm sure we're gonna have some coronavirus stories again, all the deaths that have transpired over the next week. And
I will be keeping
for
up.
one, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this explode across the nation so we can say, we told you so. Coronavirus, super dirty, super dangerous and dirty. Yes.
You're so awful.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
I am Dr. Klaus and Kosher. This is Health Debunked with me and Puerto Rico. Have a good week.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.